Hello and welcome back to Helldivers, and welcome to the first episode of Loadout Roulette. What is Loadout Roulette, you're wondering? It is I randomly roll all my gear. The only thing I will not be rolling is my stratagems because I may need them. But we've already rolled our gear. We have the Trench Engineer armor, which we'll just go through it properly. So we're rocking the Trench Engineer. I picked the helmet and cape just to match it. You gotta keep to the 3 Ds of Helldivers. Dive, drip, and I don't have a third D, but we'll just go with it. It's a silent D. But our weapons, we rolled the Jar 5 Dominator. We'll see how that pans out. The grenade pistol. Happy to get it. And smoke grenades. I'm not happy. The smoke grenades, I get the feeling are going to do nothing for me. But we are... Also, since I was going to roll the enemy, we are facing the Illuminate. I will see you in a moment when I get into a mission. Man, trying to find a mission that wasn't like a blitz mission took way longer than expected. But as I was loading in, I realized something. Oh, that's not a good sign. But what I realized was this armor gives me bonus grenades, and I just have smokes. What the hell is going on over here?
Calling in reinforcements.
So this gear combo I'm not fully opposed to, mostly because the Dominator's actually pretty strong. It's just not the greatest for clearing out trash.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
I just don't like smokes. I don't think they're very useful. Oh, that's a 380. I was wondering what was going on, and got my answer.
Calling down a sentry. Say hello to democracy. Reinforcing! Orbital inbound!
God, this is just already starting rough. Is that... Okay, it's done. Oh no, another 380 got called in. I'm just gonna run. I don't think this is... We got a little overzealous on whipping those 380s. I could do burst fire on this. I just don't like burst fire. I think it looks really weird.
Calling down fortifications. Dropships east. Requesting sentry.
Oh. Didn't even see it. It just had the marker floating like there. But I saw something interesting. There's talk of this game finally getting a clan system, which honestly, it's about time. We've kind of needed a clan system since day one, but better late than never. And it was including some interesting stuff like 1 per team abilities, 1 per squad. So like, if you follow the data mines, this has already been revealed. If you don't follow the data mines, this might blow your mind. There are, in the code, there's a SEAF, a SEAF call-in, where you call in like 4 AI infantrymen to help you. Which is pretty cool. Like, I like the idea. I think it offers, something interesting and unique. But they limit it to 1 per team. Because it's supposed to be tied to like this clan system and all that. And it makes sense. It's actually probably the best excuse they can come up with. Because I've said before, this engine is a modified version of an engine that got abandoned 6 years ago. And it's literally just Arrowhead and Toadman Studio, which Toadman became an investment company, and then they made a new studio become the new Toadman, and that Toadman got shut down. Why you would do that, I don't know, man. I would never be like, yeah, we're gonna rename ourselves and then make someone else us. Like, what kind of body double type beat is this? But so, it was more or less just those 2 studios. Oh, and the guys behind Dark Tide and Vermintide, Fat Shark. So there's not a lot of people using this engine, and it's pretty limited in its capabilities. I'm just gonna see what that does. Nothing. I guess I have to smoke myself. I mean, I guess that kind of works. These guys are having trouble aiming at me. I'm definitely not enthused about these smoke grenades, but I keep getting distracted. Yeah, so SEAF infantry, limited 1 guy per team can use it. Cool idea. And they also have, like, if you follow all the data mines, there's a nuke. Not like a hell bomb, but like full on, you're dropping a nuke. And then there's the carpet bomb. And it's cool to see these as options. I probably wouldn't really use them. I can see value in the nuke. I'd be lying if I was like, no, the nuke's totally useless, guys. No, it's a nuke. The value is right there. It makes everything in a big radius go bye-bye. The big thing is, like, the carpet bomb I can see value in, but I don't feel like I'm being pressed to such a degree where I'm like, no, I need to just cut through a line of people. But it's an interesting start. Oh, the laser, that's what was called in. Oh, we're not even close to it. I have to hang out by this. Okay. But it's a start. I think it's interesting. My worry is that it's going to take the Democracy space station, which is what we have in orbit right now. That's why I get the free orbital 380s. I just also don't think the Democracy space station's all that useful. It does give tactical bonuses. You do have reduced capture rate for the enemy, and decay rates reduced. All that stuff. It's strong. I'm not going to sit here and say it's trash. I just also don't really care. That's not mean, kind of a dickish, like, oh, it's not worth it. It's just like, I don't pay attention. I don't see a lot of value because it was disabled for so long when it first came out, because the orbital strike essentially just killed everyone, that now that it's here, I'm just looking at it going, okay. And you can contribute like materials to unlock stuff for a little bit, so you get certain attacks, and it's like how we got the 380s. You had to have enough people contribute the rare mats. Oh, that's why we're shooting him down. We got the AA up. But I don't find it useful. I don't care. It moves every couple hours, people vote, which is cool. I don't see a big issue there. But I'm also not very moved by it. And I get the feeling it's gonna stick around, but we're going to have the clan thing, because there's supposed to be like a equivalent for clans. I think we're gonna see that be kind of a thing, but I don't fully know. It's kind of this weird thing where the Democracy Space Station kind of took what would be in the clan stuff, because I assume every clan will have one. I'm just trying to think, because what I would do and what I think will happen are two different things. What I would do is I would have benefits based on size. The problem is you need to make something that values players and isn't just like, oh, join the biggest clan, get the best rewards. Because that's a problem a lot of games have in their clan systems. And it really kind of kneecaps just clan features in general. I think they need like a squad deploy almost. But instead of just sitting in like a lobby and being like, hey, who wants to join? Just to have like an active deployments screen that shows everybody who toggles like a, hey, I want to work with clan members kind of thing. I think a big thing too is value for actually joining and being active in clan activities. I know some of the upgrades for the clan stuff is supposed to have like super rare material. I don't know the name of it. It's like ultra something. It's some classic unobtainium style naming convention, which is neither here nor there. It's in line with the satire of the game, so I don't really care. I'm not gonna sit and be like, oh, it's so dumb. Everything about this game's dumb. That's the point. I can't really sit here and go immersion in a game where I can rock like Hellgast armor. I should probably take that out. God, I think we get a recoil reduction when crouched firing with this armor. Because it's pretty solid. Not gonna lie, I just wish I had grenades I actually cared about. If I had some gas grenades, I'd be going crazy. Or incendiaries, or impacts. Even stuns. Ooh, stuns would be gross with this.
50 meters.
Yeah, the clan stuff, it's always the matter of there is potential. It's just, do we get the potential or do we get something else?
Calling down fortifications.
Illuminate, northwest. Close.
Oh, there's a scrambibbler here.
Calling down a sentry.
That's why I can't input my commands correctly. I'm gonna go find the scrambler then.
We've got equipment. Found something.
I'm just gonna orbital 380 this and see what happens. Probably nothing good, but we're here for science. I also have all the upgrades, so the spread's kinda condensed. But I keep distracting myself. Clan, right. Hey, that worked. There's a lot of work I think that could be done to make a good clan system. I always look to COD Mobile. COD Mobile actually had a good clan system. You earn currency, you can get like skins and stuff. I think stuff like that, you have to provide some incentive for people. Because otherwise it's just like, oh, you're helping your team. A lot of people don't really care. No, sad but true. Some people are just like, yeah, I just care about cool stuff. I don't care about actually helping progress anywhere.
For prosperity.
It's kind of the weird, not gonna say like paradox, but the complication of all this. What do we even have left to clear here? Oh, we have an ion storm. Well, this sucks. And I still open my mini-map. As I say there's an ion storm, I'm just like, oh, maybe I can check my map. I've put how many hours in this game and I still just brain dead that. What I would like to see too is like 6 or 8 man missions that are like primarily a clan thing. Oh, there's another Seif AA that way. We'll move on that quick, that's along the way. But I've also heard talks that they are working on like a 6 or 8 man mission type. I just really like the idea of having that increased player count. I think you can do some cool stuff with it. What I would like would never happen because the engine. That's entirely the problem. But it would be if you're familiar with Dust 514. The dropships they have, I would love for a game to include like those dropships. So we have like a static spawn point, and then we as players have to traverse like a larger map, and then it adds more value to vehicles, and you can fly around and have guys manning the guns. I just really like the dropships. They were really fun to use. It's just, it would be such a gamble, and it's the engine. The engine would probably implode.
Found something.
I've complained about before, and I will never stop complaining about it, that they really kind of just locked in on this engine due to previous experience, and it feels like they've really stretched this engine to its limits. I'm impressed with the environments. I definitely did not expect them to be able to make urban environments. We'll see how these pan out with other enemy types. I'd love to fight automatons in a city, but I don't know how it will go. Bugs, I think if they were to do bug missions, they have to add new, just like, tile pieces, because you can't just have standing cities. They have to be pretty bugified or destroyed. Which, bugified cities would be pretty cool.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Bots, I don't think bots would need a lot. They'd have to have some POIs and whatnot reworked, but I think for the most part they'd be fine. I've also heard people say that there's the potential for a fourth faction, which I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be shocked if they didn't add a fourth faction. But I think there are better and more important things than adding another faction. As much as I would like one, I would prefer a lot more, like, sub-faction stuff.
Requesting air support.
I'd like to be able to sit here and go, oh, this group is attacking here, as opposed to another different group, like an Illuminate who's more... I don't know, I guess the Illuminate are kind of a bad option, but I'd say like the automatons, because they already have like the Steel Legion or Steel whatever, who are kind of their own
Reinforcing.
special thing. And I'd like to see more of that.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
I'd like to see just more things like that. I've said it before, having like a not exactly Nemesis system due to legally binding reasons, but a system where different commanders appear who lead sub-factions who have different specializations.
Sending down equipment package.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Reloading. Requesting sentry.
I'm shocked I managed to get to there and throw it in time. I just didn't want to take out the shield generator. Which, speaking of, these shield generators need huge buffs. Oh my god, those things are terrible.
Say hello to democracy.
Found something.
What I would like is for shield generators to last a lot longer, and you can like reboot them. It's just they become harder to reboot every time.
Mag's empty.
Like you have to put in a longer string of inputs, and as time progresses, those inputs become longer. You have to do more inputs. Ah, it clipped me. But stuff like that would be really cool.
Sending out an SOS.
But I'd also like generally just a rework of a lot of stuff. But I think the problem then becomes, at a certain point, we're straying pretty far away from what this game currently is and where someone like me would like it to be. And at this current moment, I think as long as we can get it to, even in its current incarnation, where it needs to be with like clan features and social elements like that, I think that's a good start.
That's called democracy! Going
Sending down sentry.
Sending in an eagle.
for prosperity! Say hello to democracy! Throwing supply beacon!
Shuttle inbound.
I'm just hoping the clan stuff comes soon. It does kind of sound like wah baby problem, mostly because I play this so much that I have nothing to do. So it'd be nice to have clan features to kind of give me something to do, direction, even just a consistent team.
Orbital inbound!
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Yeah, 50-ish meters should be safe, I think.
T-minus 1 minute. Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Man, I wish we had a position where the AA was covering us.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
I'd say this is a pretty good first run of our roulette. Didn't have a terrible loadout. I fear for the day that I get, like, against automatons, engineer armor, and then
Super Earth!
something like the throwing knives, flamethrower pistol, and flamethrower primary. I loathe that. That is, even though that is a very specific setup, I don't want to experience that. That will be hell, because I will have no damaging capability whatsoever.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.